Hey fellas, let's be honest for a second. When was the last time you cleaned the kitchen without turning it into a full-blown construction zone? Or folded the laundry without needing a YouTube tutorial? Look, we grew up in a time when a lot of us were told that cleaning was women's work. But let me tell you something. That idea is as outdated as a flip phone. Being clean, organized, and proud of your space, that's not about gender. That's about being a grown man who respects himself. Now I know some of you are thinking, I'm too old to start changing now. But I'm here to tell you, no, you're not. You've raised kids, built a career, served your country, or maybe just lived a lot of life. If you've done all that, then trust me, you can figure out how to make your bed and keep your bathroom from smelling like a locker room. And here's the kicker. Cleaning doesn't have to be a chore. It can actually feel good. It can even be a little fun. And today, I'm going to show you 10 simple cleaning hacks that are going to make you feel more in control, more peaceful, and yes, even tidier than your ex. Let's dive in. Hack number 1, the 5-minute rule. Let me ask you something. Do you ever look around your place and feel overwhelmed? Like you don't even know where to start? Trust me, I've been there too. The dishes are piling up, the floor hasn't seen a mop in weeks, and somewhere under that pile of mail is your favorite magazine from 2022. But here's the trick. Don't try to clean the whole house. Just give yourself 5 minutes. That's it. 5 simple minutes every morning. Set a timer if you need to. In those 5 minutes, you do 3 small things. Make your bed, toss out any trash that's lying around, and wipe down one surface. Maybe the kitchen counter, maybe the bathroom sink. Doesn't matter. Just one. The beauty of this rule is that it's easy to start, and once you start, momentum kicks in. You might find yourself going for 10 minutes without even realizing it. But even if you stop at 5, you've already made a dent. You've taken control of your space. And that little bit of order, it adds up. Let's be honest. We've all wasted 5 minutes scrolling on our phones or flipping through channels. This 5-minute habit is like a small investment that pays off every single day. You'll walk into your kitchen or bedroom and feel like you've already won the morning. So remember this. If you've got time to make coffee, you've got time to beat the mess. Now, let's move on to the next one. It's simple but powerful, and it can change the way you look at clutter forever. Hack number 2, the one-touch rule. Now this next one, it's something I wish I had learned 40 years ago. It's called the one-touch rule. And once you get this into your routine, it changes everything. Here's how it works. If you pick something up, you deal with it right then. One touch. That's it. So let's say you come home and take off your jacket. Don't toss it over the chair. Hang it up. One touch. You grab the mail. Instead of dropping it on the counter to pile up, sort it right away. Throw out the junk, file the important stuff. Done. One touch. It sounds simple, and it is. But let me tell you, this one habit will eliminate about 80% of the clutter in your home. Think about how many little things get moved around, left out, or pushed aside for later. Later becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. And before you know it, your kitchen table looks like a storage unit. But with the one-touch rule, you stop that cycle before it even starts. And here's something else to think about. When you don't deal with things the first time, you're just borrowing stress from the future. You're adding mental clutter on top of the physical kind. So give this a try today. Next time you touch something, clothes, dishes, mail, a tool, anything, ask yourself, can I deal with this now in under 30 seconds? If the answer is yes, then do it. Because every time you delay, you pay. In clutter and in peace of mind. All right, we're just getting warmed up. The next hack? Let's just say it's the perfect excuse to clean before you crack open that cold drink. Stay with me. Hack number 3, broom before beer. Now fellas, this one's for those of you who enjoy a nice cold one at the end of the day. And hey, You've earned it. But before you pop that top or pour that glass, here's a little rule to live by. Broom before beer. That's right. Before you sit down to relax, take 5 minutes and do a quick sweep of your main living space. Just one pass around the kitchen, the hallway, or wherever crumbs and dust like to gather. It's not about perfection. It's about momentum. It's a small act that tells your brain, hey, I'm not letting the mess win today. And here's the magic part. When you finally do sit down with that drink, it feels better. You're not looking around thinking, man, I should really clean that up. You're enjoying your space. You're unwinding in peace, not guilt. Think of it like this. Cleaning before you relax is like putting your tools away after a job. It's part of being proud of your space and proud of yourself. So next time you reach for that beer, ask yourself, did I earn this broom badge today? It's a 5-minute habit, but it makes your whole evening feel smoother. And that's what we're after here. Not just a cleaner home, but a calmer life. Stick with me. The next hack involves something small, cheap, and a little bit magical. You're gonna love it. Hack number 4, the magic eraser trick. Now this one right here, I call it my little white miracle. It's the magic eraser, and if you've never used one, you're in for a treat. It's a small sponge, nothing fancy to look at, but the first time you use it, you'll feel like you discovered a secret cleaning weapon. No harsh chemicals, no heavy scrubbing, just a bit of water and a light touch, and bam, stains disappear like magic. Scuff marks on the wall? Gone. Coffee rings on the counter? Gone. That grime building up around the light switches? Wiped clean in seconds. I've even used it to clean the soles of my sneakers. Not because I'm trying to impress anybody, but because sometimes it just feels good to see something go from dirty to fresh in under 30 seconds. And here's the best part. It's effortless. No bending over with a mop. No spraying a dozen different bottles. Just grab the sponge, wet it, and wipe. Done. Now, I'm not saying it'll fix everything. It won't clean out your garage or sort your paperwork. But for those little eyesores around the house, the ones that quietly chip away at your peace, this little tool works wonders. If only it worked on your ex's memory too, huh? Give it a try. You'll be shocked at what a difference one swipe can make. Up next, we're going to talk about light and how it can actually help you clean better without lifting a finger. Stick around. Hack number 5. Lights reveal the dirt. All right, let's talk about something most folks overlook. Lighting. And no, I'm not talking about decorating for the holidays. I'm talking about how the light in your home could be the reason you don't see the mess building up around you. Here's a simple truth. Bad lighting hides dirt. Good lighting reveals it. And if you're using those old yellowish bulbs from a decade ago, chances are your home looks clean until you step outside and realize your shirt is the wrong color. Now don't worry, I'm not suggesting you turn your living room into a movie set. But here's a small change that makes a big difference. Swap out your old light bulbs for bright white LED bulbs. They're affordable, energy efficient, and last a long time, which means you won't have to climb up a ladder every few months to change them. But here's the magic. Once that new light hits the room, you'll start to notice the little things. Fingerprints on the fridge door, dust on the bookshelves, spots on the mirror. Things you thought were clean might suddenly look a little, well, lived in. And let me tell you something. That's not a bad thing. In fact, it's a blessing. Because once you see the mess, you can do something about it. And when you clean it up, you'll feel it. That sense of pride, that lightness, that quiet little voice saying, yeah, this feels right. You know, as we get older, our eyes change. That's just part of the deal. But we don't have to let that stop us from seeing clearly, especially in our own homes. Your space should support you, not trick you. So go room by room, change out a few bulbs, and see what happens. You might be surprised by how much brighter and cleaner everything feels. Not just the space, but you too. It's a small investment, but trust me, when you see the difference, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Now, the next hack is going to help you clean smarter, not harder. If you've ever wandered around a room wondering what to do next, this one's for you. Let's move on. Hack number 6, clean in circles. Okay, quick question. Have you ever started cleaning, and 5 minutes later you're standing in the hallway holding a sponge, wondering what you were doing? Yeah, we've all been there. You start in the kitchen, notice something in the living room, then end up halfway into reorganizing the hall closet. Suddenly, 2 hours are gone, and nothing feels done. That's why I swear by this next trick. Clean in circles. Here's how it works. Instead of bouncing around the room like a pinball, you start in one corner of the room and move clockwise, hitting everything along the way. You clean in a slow, steady circle until you're back where you started. Then you stop. That's it. Why does this matter? Because it gives your brain a finish line. And that's something a lot of us need, especially when energy isn't what it used to be. With this method, you're not chasing tasks, you're following a path. One circle, one room, one win at a time. Start with dusting, wiping surfaces, straightening items. When you hit the floor, do a quick sweep or vacuum. Then move on. Or don't. Even if you stop right there, that room's done, and you'll feel it. The best part? You never lose your place. If you get interrupted, phone rings, someone stops by, you need a break, you'll always know exactly where you left off. You just return to your last spot and keep circling. It may sound simple, but it's powerful. We don't need more stress, more chaos, more jumping from one thing to the next. What we need is flow, that steady rhythm that makes even the messiest room feel manageable. So next time you clean, don't try to do everything at once. Just pick a corner and circle your way back. Trust me, you'll finish faster and you'll feel calmer doing it. Coming up next, how turning on a little music while you clean can shift the whole mood of your day. You're gonna like this one. Hack number 7, your cleaning anthem. All right, my friend, we've talked about lighting, timing, and even brooms before beers. But now it's time to talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough credit when it comes to cleaning. I'm talking about music. That's right, your cleaning anthem. A go-to playlist, a favorite album, or just that one song that gets your feet moving and your spirits up. Let me tell you something. Turning on music while you clean doesn't just make the time pass faster. It actually changes your energy. It shifts your mindset. Suddenly, you're not scrubbing the stove. You're jamming to Otis Redding or dancing to The Temptations while you tidy up the kitchen. You're not just folding laundry. You're putting on a mini concert in your living room. And here's the thing. Music taps into memory. It brings back moments. The songs you grew up with, the ones you heard in your first car, the ones you danced to at your wedding. They don't just fill the silence, they fill your soul. So make it a habit. Before you clean, hit play. Maybe it's some good old Motown. Maybe it's Sinatra, Johnny Cash, Aretha, or even some smooth jazz. If you're feeling adventurous, try something new. A little blues, some acoustic folk, maybe even some gospel on a Sunday morning. Whatever lifts you up. There's actually science behind this too. Studies show that music can lower stress, improve focus, and boost your mood. All things that make cleaning feel less like work and more like a break from the noise of the world. You might even find yourself doing more than you planned. 1 minute you're dusting a shelf. Next thing you know, you've cleaned the whole living room just because you didn't want the song to end. That's the power of a good rhythm. It carries you. Now here's a little challenge for you. After this video, take 10 minutes and put together your personal cleaning playlist. Nothing fancy, just 5 to 10 songs that make you smile, move your feet, or take you back in time. Label it something fun. Mine's called Dustbusters and Doo-Wop. Then, Next time you've got some tidying up to do, hit play before you pick up the rag. Let the music set the tone, not the mess. Because here's what I believe. Your home isn't just walls and floors. It's where your memories live. It's where you rest, dream, and spend time with the people who matter most. And if you can make cleaning that space feel a little more joyful, that's a win. So sing while you scrub, dance while you dust. And remember, life is too short for silent chores. Coming up next, we're heading to a room that gets overlooked way too often. But when it's clean, it makes a world of difference. Yep, you guessed it, the bathroom. Don't worry, I've got a simple system to make it fast, easy, and surprisingly satisfying. Hack number 8, the bathroom blitz. All right, deep breath. We're heading into a space that most guys don't love cleaning, but let's be real. It has to be done. I'm talking about the bathroom. Now, before you groan, hear me out. I'm not asking you to scrub grout with a toothbrush or spend all afternoon deep cleaning like it's a hotel suite. I'm going to give you a simple, no-fuss routine I call the bathroom blitz, and it takes less than 10 minutes. Here's how it works. Step 1. Drop some cleaner in the toilet bowl. I like the kind that clings to the sides. Do this first so it can sit while you tackle everything else. Step 2. Spray down your sink, mirror, and countertop with a basic all-purpose or bathroom cleaner. Let that sit too. While those areas are soaking, move to step 3. Wipe down the outside of the toilet, the seat, the tank, the base. I know it's not fun, but it's 5 minutes of work that keeps your bathroom from smelling like a gas station restroom. Then, step 4. Go back to the sink and mirror. Wipe the mirror with a dry cloth or paper towel, then clean the sink and counter. You'll be amazed at how much better it looks just removing the toothpaste splatters and soap scum. Now you're ready for step 5. Grab a toilet brush and give the inside of the bowl a good scrub. Flush. Done. If you've got an extra minute, give the floor a quick sweep or mop with a damp cloth, especially around the base of the toilet. That area collects dust and hair, more than we'd like to admit. And just like that, in 10 minutes or less, you've transformed your bathroom from yikes to, yeah, I live here. Here's the thing. The bathroom isn't just about hygiene. It's about dignity. It's the first place you go in the morning and the last place you visit before bed. When it's clean, you feel settled. You feel human. And let's be honest, if you ever have a guest, whether it's a friend, family member, or maybe even someone you're trying to impress, the bathroom tells them a lot. A clean bathroom says, I care. I'm still showing up. So don't skip it. Don't let it slide until someday. The bathroom blitz is quick, it's simple, and it gives you a sense of pride every single time. Up next, we're going to shift from scrubbing to simplifying. If your closet is overflowing, or you've got drawers packed with clothes you haven't worn since the early 2000s, the next hack is going to help you breathe a little easier. Let's talk about the power of letting go, and why it's not just about stuff, it's about peace of mind. Hack number 9, the donation basket. Now we've swept the floors, we've tackled the bathroom, we've even danced while wiping down the counters. But this next hack, it's about more than cleaning. It's about letting go. I call it the donation basket. And it's one of the most powerful habits you can build, especially at this stage in life. Here's how it works. Take an empty box, a laundry basket, or even a large paper bag, and place it in your closet or corner of the room. Label it if you want. Let it go or give it a better home. And once a week, drop in just one thing you no longer use. That old flannel shirt you haven't worn in 5 years? Drop it in. The extra mug in the back of the cabinet that you never reach for? In it goes. Books you've already read and won't pick up again? Pass them on. You're not throwing things away. You're giving them another life. You're making space, both physically and mentally. See, the stuff we hold on to, it's never just about the object. Sometimes it's tied to a memory, a chapter of life, maybe even guilt. We think, well, I might need this someday, or it was a gift, so I should keep it. But here's the truth. Your home should serve who you are now, not just who you used to be. Letting go of the extra doesn't erase your past. It honors it. You're saying, thank you, and now I'm moving forward. And you'd be amazed at how freeing it feels. Less clutter means fewer decisions, less stress and more peace. You find things faster. You feel lighter. The space starts to breathe again. And so do you. Now, I'm not telling you to go full minimalist and live with just a chair and a spoon. Keep the things that matter. Keep the memories. But let go of the excess, the stuff that's weighing down your shelves and your spirit. Here's something I like to say. If it's not being used, it's being wasted. Someone out there could use that jacket, that book, that pair of shoes. So why let it sit on a shelf collecting dust when it could be warming someone's back or lifting their day? Try this. At the end of the week, look in your basket, see what's in there, and then let it go. Drive it over to a donation center or hand it off to someone who needs it. It feels good, I promise you. Because cleaning isn't just about tidying up. It's about creating space for what matters, for what's next, for you. Now, my friend, we've made it to the final hack, and it's the one that ties it all together. It's not about products or routines. It's about why we do any of this in the first place. Coming up next, we're going to talk about cleaning as an act of love. Hack number 10, clean for someone you love. We've covered all kinds of tips today, from quick cleaning tricks to habits that make your life easier, calmer, even a little lighter. But now, let's slow it down for a moment, because this last one isn't about tools or techniques. It's about meaning. I call it clean for someone you love. And no, I don't mean doing chores for someone else. I mean using the act of cleaning as a way to honor the people who matter most to you. Let me explain. When I was younger, I used to think cleaning was just about getting rid of dirt, something you had to do. But now, I see it differently. I see it as a way of caring. You wipe down the kitchen counter, and maybe it reminds you of the meals you used to cook with your spouse. You straighten up the photos on the bookshelf, and you remember your kids when they were small, or your grandkids running around during the holidays. That's not just cleaning. That's remembering. That's love in motion. And even if you live alone, like many of us do at this stage in life, there's still someone you can clean for. Your future self. You clean so that tomorrow morning, when you wake up, you walk into a space that feels peaceful, not chaotic. You do it so that if your daughter comes over or a neighbor drops by, your home reflects the care and pride you still carry. And maybe, if your spouse is no longer with you, maybe cleaning the house is a quiet way to still take care of them, to keep their favorite chair dust-free, to polish that old dining table you shared so many meals around. It's not about being sentimental. It's about being present and holding on to what matters. You know, we live in a world that moves fast. People scroll past moments, rush through their days, and forget the meaning behind the small stuff. But we, you and I, we've lived long enough to know better. We know that it's the small acts, done with care, that hold the most weight. So when you pick up that rag, when you sweep that floor, when you fold that blanket on the couch, do it with intention. Think of someone you love, someone who would smile knowing you're still taking care of things. And if that someone is you, that's more than enough. Because you deserve a space that feels calm. You deserve to live in a home that wraps around you like a warm hug, not for anyone else's approval, just because you're worth it. So that's the 10th and final hack. Clean with love. Clean for love. Clean as a way to stay connected, to others, to your memories, and to yourself. You've got the tools, you've got the heart, and now you've got the momentum. In just a second, I'll wrap up everything we've learned today, and I've got one last thought I want to leave you with, something that ties this all together, not just for your home, but for your life, because you're still building something. So there you have it, 10 simple, powerful hacks to take back control of your space, and maybe even a little bit of your peace of mind. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I'm too old to start changing now. But let me remind you of something important. You're still here. You're still living. You're still building something. It may not be a business or a family or a legacy the way you once were, but you're still building a life, and that life deserves a space that supports you, that reflects who you are, that lifts you up, not weighs you down. Cleaning your home, even just 5 minutes a day, isn't about perfection. It's not about impressing the neighbors or living like a magazine ad. It's about creating a space where you feel settled, where you can sit in your chair at the end of the day and say, "Yeah, I like it here. This feels good." It's about taking ownership of the little things, so the big things don't feel so heavy. It's about showing up for yourself, one surface, one drawer, one quiet act at a time. You've lived through decades of change, loss, love, hardship, laughter, and growth. You've earned your rest, but you've also earned the right to thrive in the space you call home. So whether you're cleaning for your grandkids, your memories, or just for the sheer peace of walking into a clean room, I hope these hacks remind you of your power, your wisdom, and your worth. And hey, if your ex could see you now, she might just say, "Well, he really figured it out." But more importantly, you'll know it. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this video brought you value, please consider leaving a comment down below. Share a hack that works for you. Or better yet, send this to a friend who needs a little push to get back in the groove. This is Wise Elders Insight, where we believe wisdom doesn't retire. It just gets better with time. Until next time, take care of your space, and it'll take care of you.